I should have played drums with you. It'd have been nicer. I don't know. Well, thank you. We're gonna call the kids up for the kids' time this morning. Sherry's gonna lead us in the children's time. Did we call everybody up? Hey, Sherry. Good. Other kids?
Good morning, kids. Good morning, big kids. King David loved the Lord dearly, and he had been a great king over the nation of Israel. But he was getting very old and knew that he would not have long to live. He said to his wife Bathsheba, "Call Zadok the priest and Nathan the prophet and Benaniah to come to see me." So she did, and they came. David started giving orders to the men. "Have my son Solomon ride upon my very own mule. Zadok, Nathan, you are to anoint Solomon as the next king of Israel. The musicians are to blow their trumpets, and the people are to shout, 'God save King Solomon.' Then you are to follow Solomon into the place where he will sit upon the throne." How excited the men were. This was going to be a procession like no other. How proud and happy they were that they had been chosen to carry out the plans. They quickly scurried about as they made the arrangements for the big parade. The musicians gathered together to blow their trumpets at just the right time. There was an uproar of noise and laughter as the crowds gathered in the street, hoping to catch a glimpse of the new king as he passed by. The people shouted at the top of their voices, "God save King Solomon! God save King Solomon!" Zadok the priest anointed Solomon with oil and proclaimed him king of Israel. The people sang, played instruments, and rejoiced with great joy. The noise was so loud that it seemed as if the ground was vibrating. The party in the streets lasted way into the night, but a jubilant day it had been. During the weeks that followed, King Solomon spent much time learning from his father. David instructed Solomon to listen to his advisors. He taught him important lessons about how to rule the nation. But most importantly of all, David taught Solomon to love the Lord and worship God. Solomon wanted to be a good king, so he listened very carefully to the words of his father. He listened to love the Lord with all his heart. King Solomon made a journey to a place called Gibeon to worship God and make his sacrifice offerings. While he was there, God appeared to him in a dream that night. God told Solomon to ask for anything he wanted, and he would give it to him. Solomon talked to the Lord about how his father David had been a righteous man, and how the Lord had blessed him and been merciful to him. Solomon told to the Lord that he also wanted to be righteous and rule the nation of Israel in a godly way, just as his father did. Then Solomon told the Lord the one thing he wished for. Solomon asked the Lord to give him wisdom. He wanted to be wise king and make good decisions. He wanted to be fair and just with the people he was ruling. And most of all, he wanted to be righteous. God was very pleased with Solomon's request. In fact, God gave Solomon much more than he had even asked. God said to Solomon, "You have asked for wisdom instead of other things, and I will give that to you. And since you didn't ask selfishly for great wealth, or a long life, or fame, or for your enemies to be destroyed, I will give you all these things and the wisdom which you did ask of me, if you will honor me and keep my commandments." Solomon awoke from his sleep. "Wow, what a wonderful dream," he thought. Then he arose and went to offer his sacrifice offerings to the Lord. What he didn't realize was that it was more than just a dream. God had truly been with him and spoken to him during the night. God had really given Solomon his wish for wisdom and all those other things he had been promised. God blessed King Solomon with great wealth. He lived a long life. During the time that Solomon was king over Israel, he had no enemies. King Solomon became known as the wisest man who ever lived. Remember, the most important thing in all of life is to love God. And it says in James 1:5, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God. Let's pray. Dear God, help us to remember that loving you and keeping your word is more important than anything else. And if we do that, you will bless us abundantly with what we truly need. In Jesus' name, amen.
All right, Betty. Betty has a poem for us for our special.
Anyway, this poem is The Extra Mile. He said, please walk a while with me, and I sensed he had a need. Although I didn't have the time, he asked, so I agreed. We walked and talked of many things, of life and hope and pain. I knew that he had suffered much. He never did complain. I tried to witness to him. He was looking for a way. But I was in a hurry and had things to do that day. He walked a mile. We walked a mile. I had to leave. I left him standing there. And now sometimes I wonder if he thought I didn't care. When I recall that walk today, I see my faith on trial. Would he have found the Lord if I had walked